Alrighty guys, welcome back to 5-9 Gaming. Today we will be hopping into a fan-made video discussing your take on a brand new mechanic that MUI Goku could possibly bring to Dragon Ball Legends for this upcoming anniversary. In the comments down below, let us know your thoughts and make sure to like and subscribe for all things DB Legends and mobile gaming related. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, for the submission that I'm going to be going through right here is from It Sucks Butt Cheeks. I'm assuming he's talking about the state of Dragon Ball Legends PvP right now. But, so what is the mechanic? Ultimate Special Cover. And what does the mechanic counter and why is it there? This cover activates only against super attacks and ultimate attacks to nullify its effects, like MUI nullifying Jiren's huge key ball in Dragon Ball Super. And you can counter with every arts card. Ooh, this would actually be incredibly broken, I think. But the possibility to be incredibly broken. There's only a couple of units like in the game that could actually cover change against blue cards, right? Like Super 17 can do it, right? The Zenkai Super 17, just because he eats the blast cards. Let's see who else. Bojack can do it, right? The purple Bojack, the OG one, because he could just cover change on anything. I think that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments down below if I missed any other units, but this is a very, very rare ability, and maybe we could see it making a comeback right here. And let's see, how is it viable? You would hesitate to use a super / ultimate in a combo if you thought MUI was available to. Oh yeah, definitely. You would. But the thing is with the supers and these ultimates, as of lately, these units are possessing the ability to actually nullify cover change, right? Like you see it with Kaioken Goku, even the first form Frieza, right? Once those units pop the main ability, they have like nullification on cover change. So I would assume that this will definitely just nullify MUI Goku's cover change as well, right? But I think it's still a strong ability. And so how do you see it affect the meta balance? It would further weaken LOE, who rely heavily on supers, especially with Purple Zenkai first one. Yeah, we just talked about that guy. And also weakening Ultra Super Gogeta, who generally ends his combo with a super thanks to his unique. That is actually very true. I think what I would I honestly, I can see this being implemented with the game. I think the only thing here is that it would have to be limited to a certain amount of times. Like you can't do it every single time, right? Because imagine like having a drop combo like every super, like you can't drop combo a super attack, right? Because it's almost like a stop time. You can see what you're doing. So it's like, it's very, I would like it limited is basically all I'm saying right here. If it were to go unlimited, I think it would be extremely broken. All right, since these are kind of short in length for the submissions for these, right? I'm going to go ahead and just throw in two of them right here. So the next one we have is from Imaginary Femboy. What is the mechanic? So don't have a fancy name, but I feel like he's gonna have a hybrid mix of Green Kaioken Goku and the current LF UI Goku. Okay, so he will have a gauge that doesn't drain like the current LF one does, but he will be able to auto-evade in the same way, along with it using up his gauge to do so. But I think he'll also get a form of Vanish recharge because of his gauge. So when he vanishes an attack, his Vanish gauge refills by using his unique gauge. Okay, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting indeed. I don't think this is far from the truth, especially, well, I don't know if they'll give him his Vanish back, right? Because Ultra Kaioken Goku, he's already, I think that's the strongest ability in the game. Like, I'm going to be straight up honest with you, is Ultra Kaioken Goku, if he didn't get that Vanish restoration back on his gauge, he would not be as oppressive as he is. He would not be as good as he is, right? He would still be good because he gets double card draw speed on the sidestep, and so if he does PV you, you are going to get punished for it. But the fact that after PVing you, punishing you, getting that extremely long combo, and you go right back to neutral with him, so he has the potential to go ahead and just do it all over again, right? That's why Ultra Kaioken Goku is broken. I wouldn't mind them upgrading the current LF UI Goku's gauge to be implemented within MUI's gauge, though, right? So what does the mechanic counter? Why is it there? It's there to make MUI feel like the MUI. The way Whis described it. When done right, his body will evade on its own, and he will still have the auto evade, and he will have like 4 different vanishes in a row. That'd be crazy. I think for the first part of it, I definitely do see it though. Like if he has that unique gauge that doesn't consistently drain, right? I like that a lot. I think that is a very, very good concept right there. And so how is it viable? Can't lose if you don't take damage. It would make him basically feel like he was in the anime just dodging. Yeah, his neutral game would be absolute, like he would just be incredibly annoying to fight against. If he actually has the MUI gauge that doesn't drain, like the way that you would have to play the game would literally just be flipped on its head right there, right? Because when UI Goku first came out, I know he is aged like milk. He's absolutely terrible right now. But when UI Goku first came out, if you went up against a skilled UI Goku player, like it was one of the most annoying things that you guys like. Oh my god, like I don't want to go back to that like at all. There was even a debate like when we would bring up the tier lists and stuff like that that UI Goku was a Z tier unit in the right hands, right? That was always the debate, like, oh yeah, you could be absolutely dog water with this unit, right? And he would look terrible just because of his low defenses. But if you had, like, during his peak relevancy, if you had the skill to use him, if you had, like, really good game sense within the actual game, then you were an absolute menace to society, right? And so how do you see it affect the meta balance? If his stats are busted and his other unique abilities are as well, then he will definitely be a meta changer. It would feel like if you have him and your opponent doesn't, then it's basically a free win. Can damage him and he can pack a huge punch. Yeah, the only thing here is, dude, I'm just so scared of, because I don't know if they're gonna hold back or not. I truly don't. I don't know if they're gonna hold back on him or not, just because a part of me doesn't want them to hold back, because this is an anniversary headliner. This is MUI Goku. This has been an anticipated unit for so long, for literally, this is 4 years in the making, right? But at the same time, Ultra Kyle Ken is probably one of the most frustrating units to fight against, and they are both on USS, right? They are both USS, they are both Senfilmy, they are both Saiyans, they are both Gokus. So I'm just a little bit worried about that. Like I honestly, I like all of these mechanics, dude, and I feel like he does deserve some sort of a broken mechanic, but I am just absolutely worried about the state of the game. But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on to the next creator. Thank you guys for both of your submissions, Imaginary Fanboy and It Sucks Butt Cheeks. We'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one.
Yo, 59 gamers, what's going on? It is the boy ZvG here, and today we're gonna be taking a look at one of your guys' 59 gaming submission for the 59 Gaming Legends fan-made MUI mechanic. I'm taking a look at Plock Rock submission, and thank you again for submitting. And yeah, let's jump straight into it. MUI is coming for the anniversary, so it's gonna be very interesting to see what mechanics you guys would like MUI to have. So let's jump straight into it, bro. So what's the mechanic? The mechanic is a cross counter, a mechanic that builds up a unique gauge as Goku receives consecutive hit attacks. Okay, similar to the defense gauge. When filled, the Goku immediately interrupts the combo with a special card which cannot be avoided. This gauge will remain for 3 counts after the combo ends if fought early, and then deplete over another 2 counts. Okay, very interesting here. So can he get priority off the combo though, or is it just a combo stop? Is what I like to know, because if it's just a combo stop, that's good in certain scenarios, but if it's a guaranteed priority, then that would be like kind of insanely busted. But I'm assuming that it's just gonna stop the combo. What is the mechanic counter? Why is it there? The mechanic is intended to counter units such as Super Saiyan Macaque and Goku that can perform near endless high punishing combos without the means to stop him once he's on a roll. That is a fact. Kyle Ken, once his combo starts going, it's pretty much impossible to stop him. Or like the androids, once they have their green cards in their hand, they can nullify cover change and then just go ham on anybody. So this seems like a very good mechanic to counter those units. I like it too. We need more ways to stop you from comboing for hours and hours and hours. So I do like this a lot. I do like this a lot. I like the reasoning. I like how it's laid out here. Hopefully he can get priority sometimes off it, because then that'll be like pretty good. You can kind of punish somebody for punishing you in a way, you know what I'm saying? So that'd be pretty good. How is it viable? Cross counter will put pressure on players relying on endless combos to weigh the threat of an instant and punishing counter against the odds of finishing Goku before he can manage it. Okay, so reading this, it seems like Goku can counter them essentially, where he can get priority off them hitting him. It's what I'm gonna assume. It would not be a perfect counter to any and all units, however, as it wouldn't proc often against units that do their damage in short bursts. That is it. Okay, that does make sense. Okay, that does make sense. So it basically, so I'd imagine that if MUI were to have this kit, he'd have to be like an insane tank, because he would have to be able to like take hits for his gauge to fill up and stuff. So okay, I see the vision. How do you see it affecting the meta balance? Ideally, it would serve as a means of discouraging extremely long combos that eat up a lot of period of the match and leave the player on the receiving end endlessly helpless, but to sit there and watch it play out, having zero fun. Exactly, that is a fact. I do like how he laid everything out here. I just really wish that he kind of like specify if it's like a free priority or it just halts the combo. But overall, I like the mechanic. I like how he laid it out here. I like his reasoning. I like everything that he put here. Good job, Rock. This was a very good submission. And yeah, out of 10, I'd probably give this like a 9 out of 10. Honestly, I feel like this would be like a pretty good mechanic in some way, shape, or form. And I do like the reason of stopping units like Kaioken, because Kaioken is the most annoying unit in this game's history. Its combos take way too long with 10 million time stops, so I like it. With that said, I'll be handing it over to the other 5-9 Gaming content creator in this video, the ZvG, and I'll catch you guys in the next 5-9 Gaming video, guys. Peace out.
Yo, what is going on, fam? It's your boy Swift, and as you guys already know, we asked you to pick your own fan-made MUI mechanic. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump in. So the submission I chose is from Say No to RR. He calls it the self-countering mechanic. Upon landing 2 strike or blast cards, the next strike or blast they land will nullify the opponent's attack and push them back. This can be comboed with a special move card. It is another layer of artificial defense that cannot be nullified by enemy special cover change effects. The animation from this action is the one that he makes with his right fist out to the side and moves at lightning speed when he first transforms into MUI against Jiren. Now, my first thoughts about this, I was like, damn, that sounds busted. But if you think about it, units that have cover change is basically the same thing as this, kind of. If you have a unit that has a cover change, you're artificially stopping the enemy's combo, and in a lot of cover changes, you can combo a blue card. So this right here would be very similar to a cover change, but it's like your own cover change. It's like you don't even have to swap out. You just take some damage, take a couple of cards, and it ends up stopping the combo. So I actually think that'd be pretty cool. How is it viable? The self-countering mechanic acts like a self-cover change. Yep, kind of like I just said. Many upcoming and relevant fighters have the ability to nullify. Yeah, exactly. A lot of units have cover change, and with card draw speed, and a lot of them you can continue the combo. This doesn't really sound too out of left field in my eyes. I could see this as a possibility for sure. This mechanic is a way to add artificial defense while acting as a cover change. Yep, exactly. And what would be nice about this is, like I said, you're stopping the enemy combo, but you don't even have to swap out. So you're not wasting a vanish or anything like that. If anything, you get an extra vanish because you don't even have to swap out. How do you see it affect the meta? As far as meta balance goes, an effect like this will probably be reminiscent to the days of Purple OG Bojack. Even if he doesn't self-cover change, the fact that he has that mechanic will allow players to make multiple missteps, coupled with the fact that MUI will probably have another auto gauge meter with a lot more damage cut upon entering battlefield. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this doesn't really actually seem all that busted. I think this would actually be a pretty cool mechanic that they could add, and it's kind of like we said, it's not really different from cover change. It's basically just a unit having his own cover change. So I think this would be actually pretty cool. But yeah, that's it for this submission. Thank you for the submission, Say No to RR. And with that being said, I think that will be it for this video, guys. Definitely don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Always come back to 5-9 when you want to talk about Dragon Ball and you want to get into, different topics with legends and stuff like that. So definitely don't forget to show some love. And yeah, with that being said, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.